Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have a special guest. His name's Simon. Simon Says Crypto. And we're just going to talk about a little bit about how we got started. So if Simon wants to go ahead and take over and let us know how you got started.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for having me on the show today. It's nice that you and I finally got to connect and do this. Very excited. So how I got started into crypto? Well, it's a long story, but since we have the time, I'm going to kind of give you the short and sweet. First time I heard about cryptocurrencies was from my younger brother, who told me about Bitcoin in the spring of 2009. So he told me about it, and this is kind of a bittersweet story. He told me about it, and I was like, okay, it kind of sounds cool. I mean, he was kind of describing it as online money. So I see the opportunity there because, our generation, is, the founders of online, and the internet, that was very big in the 90s. So I asked him some more about it, like who created it. And he's like, well, I don't know, and I'm like, okay, well, before you get involved in something or invest, you might want to know who created it, where it's coming from. He's like, okay, cool. And so he's like, yeah, I'll look up that stuff like tomorrow or the next day. I'm like, right on. He goes, but we should really invest in this. We should really, if we put in like $1,000, we can get like $10 million in like 10 years. And that like kind of, oh, really? Okay, yeah, do your research. Yeah, do the research. If I think it's okay, then I'll throw $1,000 out. We'll do whatever we got to do to do it. So he did his research, and he said Satoshi Nakamoto was the creator of Bitcoin. And so right then I was a little hesitant because at the time there was a lot of hacks going on in America on people's personal laptops and PCs. And according to the news, those were all supposed to be coming from China. At least that was the story. So I was like, oh no, buddy, this sounds like it's across the Pacific there. I don't know if you should be messing with this. So be cautious, don't give them any of your banking account information or anything like that.
Like, yeah.
Well, I already used my debit card, and I was like, are you what? No, oh my God, they have your banking information. They can take your money. Someone can do it. So, poor fella, dude. I totally scared him, just by, saying everything that I said. So anyways, but he decided to hold on to it for like a few more days at least. But so he put in like $100, and like, 3 days later after our conversation where I did the Big Brother freak out, he lost like $7. So now his Bitcoin was now only worth $93. So he freaked out. Whoop, he pulled his money out. Never to do it again because a few months later he had passed. But that was the first time I heard about Bitcoin. The second time was from Richard Sherman after the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, I believe 2014. It's been a while, but nonetheless, I saw him in a post interview talking about Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is going to be the new money. And he was very adamant about that. You could see the conviction in his face, like, you guys better get this. So it was just another bullet point. And then finally in 2017, I finally made my first purchase of Litecoin. I was looking for Bitcoin, but I didn't fully understand that you didn't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. And at the time, Bitcoin was, I think, about $900 or so, maybe a little less. But I just remember me going, oh my God, I can't afford that. And Ethereum was like maybe 80 or $100 or something like that. And I was still like, ooh, that's too much, man. I'm just an apprentice working construction. So naturally the choice was Litecoin because it was about $20. And I got that off of Coinbase. And so those were the only coins that they were offering at the time was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and and Litecoin. And then I started buying every week because I wanted a whole coin, right? Psychologically, that's what I wanted, because I at the same time, I kind of started getting into silver, so I'd go to the coin store, every other payday and maybe get one or two coins and, hey, all right, yeah, woohoo! I'm an investor. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it was kind of a lot of culminating circumstances that really kind of in a roundabout way, led me down the silver path, and then also the crypto path. Was I wanted to be in charge of my investments or my financial future. I really didn't want to let somebody else do it for me. Or if I was going to do that, then I should still be doing that also, not just putting all my eggs in one basket and letting somebody else make the move. So I'm getting maybe 7%. I mean, 7%'s good, but I knew there was something more out there. I mean, I want to be wealthy or well off at least. I mean, whatever that is, or was. I mean, that's changed over time. That definition, but the goal is still the same. I want to be able to spend time with my family, be there for them, like probably our grandparents or their parents were for them, post World War or World War II, or just before that. I mean, it was all hard times, but nonetheless, the parents were there with the kids and they were they were learning and teaching, and like the unity of family was really tight. And I think we've kind of missed that, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to get back to something like that, some capacity. But in order to do that, I mean, you gotta have the dollars. Family's not cheap.
Yep.
So I've been rocking and rolling since. But how about you? When'd you get down in the crypto scene?
Well, I started in 2015 is when I heard about it. I was obviously working construction, as you can tell in my opening video. Started off as an electrician, worked my way up. Started off as a grunt man, basically. Worked my way up to a lead electrician, and just following the solar farms. One day we were out wiring I think it was it was 240, 480, and a 115 kV yard. We were wiring up a breaker, and my buddy walks up and is like, "Hey, check this out." And I was like, "Check what out?" And I thought it was one of those construction jokes. I thought he was going to pull something out of his pocket, but I didn't want to see.
Hey, look at this!
Yeah, he pulled his phone out and he's like, "Man, look at this! I just made $1,000." And I'm like, $1,000 on your phone doing what? And he's like, "Well, it's Bitcoin." And I was like, "What's a Bitcoin?" And he's like, "I really don't know, but I just made $1,000." And I was like, "Huh, cool.
Okay.
All right." He's like, "You should get into it." And I'm like, "It's what is it?" And he couldn't explain what it was. He showed it to me. It was on some weird, crazy app. I think it was I don't remember the name of the app, but it was on his phone. And I'm like, "So how do you use that?" And he's like, "Well, all I know is I made $1,000." I'm like, "Well, can you pull the $1,000 off and show it to me?" He's like, "No, it's online. It's on the internet." I'm like, "So it's this magic fairy internet money. Go away." I got a breaker to wire. And then a couple weeks later to a month later, he walks up, "Hey, I just made 10 grand." And I'm like, "You just made 10 grand. How much did you put in?" And he's like, "Well, I put in 5 or something like that." I don't remember the numbers exactly, but I'm like, "Wow, this might be something to look into." So I started looking into it myself, invested a little bit into it then, but I had no idea anything about it. Didn't have time to research it, no time to study it. So I just went off a wing. We had what you call per diem, and I had, the honey doesn't know per diem, and I took some of that and put it into another account, and then put that into Bitcoin. And then 2017 came along. It was growing. I was like, "Wow, this is working. Now I want to spend it. How do I spend it?" Didn't know. So I went back to him. By the time I went back to him, he was already out, and then the crash happened. So I automatically sold everything because it was just crashing. So that's how I started into cryptos. After 2017, I jumped back in, started realizing it was going back up. I think I got into a little bit of Litecoin at that time, some Ethereum, some more Bitcoin, and then just been educating myself and furthering myself on knowledge on how to use it, everyday scenario use case,
Yep.
and watching it grow. And then after what happened in 2019, people losing their jobs. I worked pretty much the whole part of the pandemic, the first part of it, and nothing happened to me. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're laid off. Well, for what? Because they're closing the state down. That woke my eyes up to never trusting my finances, never trusting anything that I have to feed my family with in the government's hands or another company's hands. So I realized I got to do something, and Bitcoin was the only alternative that I could think of, and that's how I got here.
Sorry about that.
No
That's
worries.
awesome, man. And see, that's the thing, right? That's kind of my boat too. Taking your own finances into your own hands, and really educating yourself. Which, I mean, gosh, that was and still is a challenge, but it is nothing like it was back then. I mean, to find some understandable knowledge about Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, say before 2017. I mean, whoa, talk about a needle in the haystack. Sometimes that was tough. It was tough to understand. What's a white paper, and then you read the white paper and you're like, dude, I know what a Makita impact gun is. Okay,
Right.
so can we bring it down to this level here?
Yeah.
I know how to get the wires to the back of the computer so your computer turns on. After that, I'm out, right?
Right.
So but yeah, the information that is available today for people to get themselves, and the people that have already like you and I have already been down the crypto road. We've learned a lot. We have a lot of information, and it's not like just any secret information. It's the personal experience, right? We've already driven down the road of Bitcoin and Litecoin potholes in our lives, right? We also have been able to see the benefits of how cryptos have, how cryptos have benefited, our lives in some capacity. It's upgraded our seats a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep. We've already learned the do's, the don'ts. We learned sending the crypto to the wrong address, and not getting it back. Remember that? That was a nightmare. How do you explain it to the missus you just lost, $200 or something?
I wish it was $200. I can't get it back. It's sitting there. I even called our friend Divvy Daddy. He can't get it.
Oh wow!
Nobody can. Yeah, it's more than $200, and it's just.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that's happened to. It still can happen. It still could happen to us now. You put the wrong keystroke in, the wrong address, just not paying attention or getting overconfident, and it happens. Things happen like that. And I think it's good to have someone that is educated like ourselves in this space and not making those bad habits or not going down that road, and having someone that you can reach out to help you make sure you're putting in the right addresses, the right numbers, and the right locations. So yeah.
Yep. No, that's very, very important. My wrong address, oopsie, was my address that I had that I was sending to, and the incorrect address that I had sent to was one number off. Everything else was identical, but one number.
It's about
one number. Yep, it does. And I can see it. I can type in the address and look at it, because I'm hoping that wallet gets activated, and then our favorite friend Divvy Daddy can go save the day for a small speed, which I would gladly pay, but yeah, that was a moment of not paying attention, like I normally do, being in a rush and overconfident. Oh, I got this. I do this. Yeah, it's good. Blah. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's not like you're making your cup of coffee where you're like, whoop, yeah, a little more. Okay, yeah, oh, sugar. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay, all right, let's go. That's not it.
Yeah.
These decisions, these moves, they will affect you. They will affect your family. They will affect your future. And I'm not trying to throw fear out there. I'm saying pay attention, because this is literally what's going to make you have a better tomorrow in some capacity, for sure. So, or at least allow you to. It's not going to make you, but it's going to give you that opportunity to do so, for sure. So don't screw it up. Get those people that know what to do, or rather what not to do. Sometimes those are the better people. Go get those people that know what not to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's good. So are you still are you still in the market or participating? Are you dollar cost averaging and all that right now, or what's up?
I play with it here and there. I don't do too much trading. I'm more of a hodler.
Okay.
I'd like to buy, and I just buy it every single week, or anytime I got extra money, I'm either buying gold, silver, or cryptos, and
Right on.
I figure there's no way you can lose in hodling, if you're hodling the right coins over the decades, over the years, over the months, you're going to end up winning. Do I trade? Yeah, a little bit, just for practice and better myself. And if I have a client that needs to learn how to trade, I'll have some knowledge on that. So why not educate? No one can know everything about cryptos, period. I haven't met anyone that can. There's over 9,000 cryptos. So the more one person knows to help out another person, the better. So that's where I'm at with trading. Will I try to trade more? Sure. Is it one of my fortes? No. I'm a hodler.
No, you know what? Doing exactly what you're doing, especially I would say for individuals that are our age. I'm early 40s, and younger. That is definitely the move, because we're probably working with smaller budgets. Some people that might be, say, closer to retirement, say they're mid 50s, they might have that ability to take some of their retirement and get it into cryptos, and they may have to do maybe some more riskier moves. Maybe. I mean, it just depends on. It really does depend on what you want. And that's right, Sarah. That's very tough. That's very tough to figure out what you want. And I mean, I remember. I mean, who doesn't remember? In your 20s, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have a house on the hill. It's gonna have a pool. Where's my Lambo? I mean, all this stuff, right? But then as years progress, you're like, look, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, and it's paid off. Woo! Yes,
winning.
That's winning, right? You don't have to worry about that payment anymore. It's taken care of. So things do change, as in your goals. Your goals change as you move along. But someone that's a little older that might be able to have that ability to trade. I personally I don't mind trading. I found benefits for it. It is risky. There's no doubt about that. But it has. I've seen the benefits. I think the important part for me is that learning patience, which again, that's something hard. Even like in your situation, anytime you got extra money, you're going to get it, right? So now you're forming a habit of, when I got extra money, I do this. When I got extra money, I do this, right? So, that can change into, if you were trading, or like, hey, I made a good trade, right on. Oh, now I'm going to look for a next one. But you immediately go to the next one without looking at things. Oh, hey, maybe you did sell close to the top of the market, like say end of 2017 into 2018, and then it went, right? Maybe you sold, maybe about 2 weeks before the dip was going to happen. But again, how do you know that? But nonetheless, sit back, wait, enjoy what you did. Think about your next move and really think about it. That's what trading, with buying every week, you literally do that with if you have a 401k, people out there working, that happens every paycheck. So do the same thing, follow that pattern, as long as you're working, do it. That's pretty much dollar cost averaging, just buying and holding. And nowadays, shoot, if you hold, if you really had to, and I think this is I would say a little bit less riskier than trading for sure, is you can borrow against them, your cryptocurrencies, and you don't totally lose them. When you sell, you're out. You don't have those anymore, but if you take a loan against them, then yep, you're not out. You're making that payment, whatever it is. Maybe you're using that money for something that you have to in life. You don't have the funds in your savings account. Cryptos are your savings account, in my opinion. Yep. They're there for you to use in your everyday life, however you see fit. And everyday life might mean, like you just said, you got the pink slip. Hey, you're done. Oh crap, what am I going to do? Hey, I got cryptos. All right, cool. I got that. I know I'm good. I'm not going to use them right now. I need to look at my financial situation. I need to look at how things are going to play out. But I know I got something right back there that I could use. Okay, before I use that, let's go see if I can't use something else. And that's one of the awesome things about cryptos, for sure, is that at a time of need, they can be a hedge against life, and yep. you're in control of it. And that's probably one of the biggest things, that you're in control of it and you can use it at will if need be. And for just the average everyday person just trying to make their way through life, that's a blessing. It really is.
And especially when you can figure out how to borrow against your cryptos.
Right.
Be able to.
Yeah. I haven't personally done that yet. I want to. I'm just trying to not go back to old habits where it's like, well, wait a minute. I don't want debt. Isn't that debt?
It's debt, but it's not debt.
Well, I kind of look at it like this. It's a pawn shop. The only difference is, for those of us who've gone to a pawn shop, you know what I'm talking about. For those that don't, if you go to a pawn shop and let's say you have, you got the brand new iPhone, whatever they're on, 12 right now or something, right? You go in there and you pawn your cell phone, you take a loan against it. They're going to give you, the loan amount is going to be about a third of what that's worth. And that's not worth at retail. That's worth on eBay, right? Nonetheless, they're going to give you a third of that price. But then you can make your payments, and then you get your phone back, right? But this goes down in dollar value, where cryptocurrencies are going up and still going up. And yep, they have dips, but they're still on the way up. So that's the only difference. You can take a loan against it. You still have that opportunity to, pay off that loan and get that collateral back, and it goes up in value. So,
the good thing about it is with the Bitcoin, you borrow against it, it goes up, and now your loan is paid off.
Yeah, right? you have that option too, and that's something else. And so that's going to be one of my next things I do. I want to see how I can incorporate that into my everyday life, because, my situation right now, I'm not I don't have a day job per se. I consult, I do YouTube and this and that, but, I don't have my standard 9 to 5 anymore. So I want to try to incorporate that in to see how it plays out, into my daily finances. Right. Is it a benefit? What are the drawbacks, things to be aware of? Because like what happened to you. You got laid off. What happened to me? I'm dealing with some medical stuff, and to know how these things function and things you need to be aware of, where you absolutely have to say come up with a payment, or maybe, hey, this isn't a good idea right now. Maybe I'll go, I don't know, DoorDash or something for a day or something, instead of going that route just yet with cryptos. But yeah, I want to figure that out. I want to see how I can incorporate that. See if how long I can live off of just taking a loan against my my cryptos and the payments and all that kind of stuff. So that's my next goal with that.
Good goal.
Mhm.
I mean, the best thing to do is figure out how to live off cryptos fully, right? How to get out of the dying dollar, the dying petro dollar, the dying fiat system, to be individually free from that burden, and that's why I named the name of my company Open Minded Bitcoin, finding freedom using blockchain technology, and that's the future. Whether people believe it or want to believe it or not, it's the future in my eyes. So I'm going to make it happen. And
it is. You're absolutely right, dude. Is it the future? I don't know. It's kind of the now. I mean, it's not widely used in that capacity, right? But we're doing it.
Yeah, we're super early.
We're definitely early, and those people that are just thinking about Bitcoin, get in. You're so early, it's ridiculous. I mean, the big companies of the world are. I mean, some of them probably are a little bit ahead of some others, but not all of them. Some of them are. They're not even looking at it. So you're still early. You're definitely still early.
Very early.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's very cool. So, what ways do you use cryptos in your life, kind of on a daily basis?
Well,
go ahead. Sorry.
On a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So, on a daily basis, you can use cryptos for paying your mortgage. I believe we talked about that earlier before the show. And
yep.
Depends on if you want to stay decentralized or centralized. A lot of people, they want to be centralized. So I do it both ways. So for my company and our other company, we have some centralized ways of using cryptos. One being the Litecoin Visa card. It's kind of a centralized way. You take your cryptos, your Bitcoin, you transfer it into Litecoin, and you use a credit card. It's a Visa credit card. You go out shopping with it, or whatnot, buy your business materials, and then it's a write-off. So there's different ways to use your cryptos every single day, and there's different ways to use it in a centralized and a decentralized way. So it just depends on the person and how they want to do it.
Yeah, and that's it. And they might not know that those options are there. Right. I mean, you and I, we're coming from, as you put it, the centralized system, right? We all have bank cards, right? There it is, the banks, the dollar system, that's centralized, So, being able to kind of use something from that system in our daily lives, like you're talking about the Litecoin card, and being able to use that. But, that's integration of both sides. Okay, yep. I'm still using a centralized debit card per se, but I'm loading that with my, with my Litecoin or other cryptocurrencies, depending on the card, because some of the cards will let you do Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin, Doge. I'm not going to talk about Doge, but
it's all right. Doge made quite a bit.
And no, Doge ran. I mean, but for us seasoned people, that was like don't even touch that, but hey, you know what? People that got in it, that wrote it up, congratulations. You just improved your lives, and I'm happy for you that you got to ride a wave. That's cool. That's great. And that got you in, and it probably improved your lives, and it definitely helped spread mass adoption, at least overall with cryptos, because they went out and they told somebody, just like how you explained, your old coworker, hey, dude, I made $1,000.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Yep.
Know,
Doge,
well, that's a paycheck.
Doge
So,
helps spread adoption. Doge. I mean, I
yep,
don't knock Doge at all. It helped spread adoption so much to where people were trapped on Robinhood trying to get it off, and they're
I
calling me
know.
like, "How do I get this coin off of Robinhood?" And how do I? It's locked up. I can't do anything. Everybody's selling my money's. I'm like, well, I can walk you through it and help you out, and that's what I'm here for. So it really taking a negative thing and making it better is how I look at
Mhm.
life and how I look at everything from that
Yep.
perspective.
Yep. No, that's like I said, Doge gave a lot of people, or Doge gave a lot of people, some big profits, depending on when they got in. I mean, even if you got in at 8 cents, it, went to 60 something cents. I mean, that's amazing. That's that. I think it got to 66, 67 or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe a
somewhere
little less, but from 8 cents to 64, that's 8 times. I mean, put in $100, and now you got $800. Woo!
Yep.
I don't know about you, but that's groceries for like 2 weeks, man.
Right.
In this
Yep.
world we live in right now, I mean, that's a win. You basically got all your groceries on discount.
Yep.
you know, Back like what the prices were probably like in the 90s.
Yep.
No,
What are,
it's good. It's good. So, go
what are
ahead.
some of the ways that you can make money using cryptos or earn passive income that you
Mm.
have been doing?
Oh, yeah. So you could always what's called staking. That's where you can lock up your coins or tokens depending on which one they're kind of classified as. And for doing so, I would use the term you receive a reward or paid in a dividend, but it's really not a dividend, but you receive a reward for doing that. Part of the benefit of that, though, is not for you. I mean, for you, you get something, you get a little kickback per se, depending on, those kickbacks can actually be very big, with staking. But the benefit for the coin as a whole is you're taking those coins out of circulation. So now there's a less supply that's available to the retail market. So kind of one of the benefits there, right? If you have the ability to earn some more of those coins by staking them, and then also by that extension you are creating less of a supply, then that creates more demand, and yet the price could go up because there's not that many being sold per se, right? You could also this is, and I know you know who I'm talking about here, but you can get a master node, right? And you can earn rewards that way too. I'm sure you know about the Divi project very, very well. And oh my gosh, you can have a master node going, and they have 5 tiers, by the way, not a lot of other coins or tokens that allow you to run nodes. Uh, don't have that many options, and I think that's great because it really helps the average Joe really get in on that, and that's beautiful.
Right.
But while you're running your master node, you are also, you also receive more of that coin by doing so, by supporting the network in that way. But they also allow you to stake. So you can literally take that dividend that you got, put it over into staking, and then get more. And, wash, rinse, repeat. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's really cool. I know you're in a Divi.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to put you out on Front Street too much, but you have a node, right?
No, absolutely. Running out on Divi and Theta, and the one I like more so far is Divi. So much easier to launch. The platform's wonderful. You can launch a node from your phone. If you want that much on your phone, we'll get into security on another video, but
Yeah. Nonetheless,
but still,
but
it's very safe. I have a node running off a tablet.
mhm.
It's my crypto only tablet, so I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, between Theta and Divi, I like Divi more when it comes to running nodes um,
Yeah,
and, and staking.
it's very user friendly. I mean, like I really got to hand it to them. I mean, you want people to run nodes, on your network and support the network in that way, and then offer them staking as well. I mean, they've really gone out of their way to get it into the hands of the people in that way. Very, very, very easy to operate, for sure. Nonetheless,
Yeah.
that's cool. So what are the? So I know you've done some some benefits by helping others get a Divi node, right?
Yes.
And how's that benefited them?
Well, the program that we're running for them is basically it's a mission. I think in the video it showed some of that. It's why I got into cryptos, not only for my life to change, but for my community and other people's lives to change. And it brings me almost to tears talking about it because the kids, are our future, and if they don't have clothes, shoes, food in their mouth, there is no future for them.
Right.
Um, and the way we were able to help them is we launched a node thanks to the founders group and a lot of other people that donated. Um, we launched a node for them. It is now producing anywhere between 17 and 20% a year on the money. And then I think it's every couple of weeks, the rewards pop out. And it's up to them. We actually have a meeting with them to go over their rewards and to see if they want to use them as they come or reinvest them to go for a bigger node. So
Nice. Nice.
when they got the info, there was we had we had two process set up, some in Litecoin and some in Divi. We sent them some of the Litecoin and told them, gave them advice of what they might want to do with the rest. And when they received it, I mean, it's a whole nother video I got coming out about
All right. Well,
what we're doing with that. I don't want any spoiler alerts.
No, it's cool. No, keep it on the DL, baby. You got to show up for the premiere to catch that exciting, awesome venture. I'm real deal. Like I got to hand it to you and your wife for doing that, man. That's awesome, man. Like literally, like after, I mean, because you and I met in Texas at the founders meeting down there in Texas, and then you shared your guys' story there, what you're doing with those kids down in Haiti, in the mission in Haiti, rather. And I think that's beautiful. But I mean, you guys are literally setting the path ahead for other charities, because like when I came home, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, charities don't have to knock on doors anymore.
No,
They literally can knock on a door for the last time. Someone, if someone knocked on my door, hey, I got this charity going on, blah, 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 but I probably know they're going to be around next year, right? And sometimes that can be taxing on the individual because we're just trying to, quote unquote, make our ends meet, but to be like, hey, we're going to buy a node and this will create a residual benefit, which can translate into never having to knock on your door again and ask for help, because the help that you've provided today literally keeps on giving until until the end of the time, basically, if there is even such a thing, it just keeps going and going and going, and it's just like, yes, dude, this is like a way for charities just to, fund anything they want, anything like that.
yeah.
So
One master node can feed, a small family of children, or a small orphanage, or a small mission, or whatever, for a month. You know what I mean? Depending on the size of the node, could feed them for the whole year. And put clothes on their back, and help them build them a new home. Some of the conditions down there are insane. We do have it made in America, and a lot of people take it for granted and don't understand what other countries go through. But definitely with cryptocurrencies, we can change the world, and I totally believe in it.
Oh no, yeah, I mean we can, and dude, you're a prime example of we are. It's not we can, we are. I mean, you're doing it. I think that's great. I'm definitely not doing it like that. I'm just definitely a personal experience that I get to share with somebody else.
Yeah. And
Yep,
that's still life
cryptocurrencies can
changing
change
in
the world.
itself.
Yeah. Sorry, give my dog a cookie. He likes to watch daddy work. but I think that's, God. So here's where I get teary-eyed is when I look at the cryptocurrency space as a whole. I've never, ever, ever experienced the type of love, kindness, helpfulness, genuineness. We literally go out of our way to want to help people not only just get involved in cryptos, but it like segues into like helping those individuals with other part of their lives. Like we're no longer just trying to find our niche in our little local community. Like we're doing this globally.
Yep.
Like we are bringing the world together and we are helping each other all across the world. And it's because of cryptocurrencies that makes that connection, and it's like you say, cryptocurrencies can change the world. And I'm like, yeah, they are. We literally help each other out in some way, somewhere. And it's like, you go ahead, show me somewhere else that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I'll wait. You could pause the video right now and bring up a website. I don't know, but I've just never seen that. I've seen it here and there, but it kind of fizzles out. Cryptocurrencies and the community at large, it's nothing but love, and it just grows.
Yep.
Unless you're a Bitcoin maxi and a Litecoin maxi, then you might bump heads a little bit, but other than that,
even then, they still get along.
They still get along. They still
even
get along,
the XRP guys get along.
Oh, sure, yeah. At that point, it's just it's like the Yankees and the Mets kind of a thing. You're still from New York, right? Or California. How many baseball teams y'all got? A lot, but you're still Cali. Yep. That's cool. So, what's up next for you in your cryptos adventures? What do you got going down?
We're going to take a short trip to Utah, go out there and see Bitcoin Ben. That's coming up October 1st, I believe it is.
Cool.
And then after that, we're heading to Myrtle Beach to hang out with Litecoin Leader.
Oh, right on. That'll be cool.
Well, before Litecoin Leader, we're going to hang out in Texas. So we'll see you there, right? You'll be there?
One way or another, I might be doing a Zoom just because I think some plans changed here at home where I'm gonna have to do the Zoom call. So if I can pull it out of my back pocket to do it, yeah, I'll probably go. But I think I might need to be at home for this one. But I know there's that one in January. Oh
yeah,
I'm definitely making it for that one, and I may still try to sneak down to Utah because I know I can make it down to Utah in like 12 hours. So that's nothing but a weekend trip for me.
Yeah.
So, I got some family down there that I could crash on their couch if I wanted to. So,
Wow.
Not bad. Then say, hey, I'm going to go check out this cryptocurrency stuff. Come with me. So yeah, that'll be exciting. That'll be very, very exciting. So Litecoin Leader, huh? Or is it just now he's got his thing in November, right?
November, yeah.
Mid-November, right on.
November.
Yeah, that'll be
November 4th is when we're heading out, and I want to say the meetup's on November 6th. And
cool.
To meet up and hang out. I'll be down there for a week. So if anybody's in the Myrtle Beach area that wants to hang out, feel free to hit me up and we can hang out, do a meetup, talk in person. Need help with anything, just let me know. I'll be down that way.
Perfect. I might try to swing that one because I have family in South Carolina as well. They're down in Somerville, so about a couple of hours away south of Myrtle Beach, but I'm sure basically Charleston. Basically, Charleston is where they're at. So
yeah, that's one part of
I might be able to swing that too.
We'll see. Part of the United States,
man.
One part of the United States I've never been to is over in that area. I've been pretty much
Oh,
everywhere else.
okay. So right after Texas, I literally was home for like 4 days, and then I flew out there to go visit my sister and her husband and my nephews. It's the first time I've been out there, but my folks and other siblings have already been before. And we went to the beach. Oh, look, I'm from Washington State. We don't have beaches like that. We don't have beaches that have like sand that you don't sink in. I'm not saying that all the sand around here, you sink in, but I mean that stuff was just, it was so fine. It was firm. You would walk out in the water, no rocks. Like we got rocks in our water, dude. You don't go out in the water unless you got like aqua socks on it. At a minimum, I would even say wear your old crappy steel toe boots out there so you screw your stuff up on your feet. But the water was warm, dude. It was, yeah, it was cool. I was definitely down for that. That was beautiful down there. And when I was down there, I was going to try to connect with Litecoin leader, but dude, traveling and going to see everything, man, I'm like, nope, it's not going to happen. Maybe next time. So I'm glad he's having a meetup. I might see if I can't milk that.
Yeah.
And try to get over there. So
yeah, hit them up. I'm not sure if it's open to everybody, but I'm sure meetup is at the same time. I don't see why you couldn't go. If not, you're there with me. I invited you.
hey, I'm with this guy. Yeah, that'll be cool. If I don't make it, man, I hope you have a good time and get some video on that, man. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
How's your YouTube shows going with your YouTube videos?
YouTube shows are going good, man. I'm going to be doing a segment here, actually talking about a little bit of trading, mainly talking about the indicators, what they mean, because I don't know about you, but when I first looked at what was it? It was Bittrex. Coming from Coinbase to Bittrex and seeing all the the order sheets and the buy now and all these other little indicators that I don't know that were indicators. That was just lines and flashing and whoa, talk about a scared moment. Like I didn't even want to. Where do you buy? That was kind of scary, for me. So I know there's a lot of new people getting involved. They're involved enough to where it's like, okay, they know how to buy them, they know how to move them over, to their wallet and secure them. But now they're want to, hey, I kind of would like to maybe do 10% of my holdings and just see if I can, take a little profit and maybe move it into something else. They want to learn that. So yep, doing a series on indicators in the on these trading platforms, and then also I will be kind of going down the same road that you're going down in the sense of how to use cryptos in our everyday lives. So I'll be doing a kind of a series on that too, of just, like the Litecoin card, the Cash App card, all these different various ways that we're able to integrate cryptos into our lives because, 10, 20 years later, that's what it's going to be. We're going to need to, know how to do that. So I'll be doing that too on the YouTube, plus other random stuff that I might just rant about or get, patriotic.
And where can people find you and your work at?
You can find me at Simon Says _crypto at YouTube. So that's SIMONSEZ _crypto
Nice.
On YouTube. That's what I got going on right now. I got the YouTube, or not the. I do have the YouTube, but I also you can also find me on Twitter with that same handle, Telegram. Who else am I? Insta, but I really haven't done anything on Insta just yet. Still trying to figure out how to integrate some of those YouTube snips and clips and get them onto Instagram. I want to make sure I'm bringing quality for the people out there because I know how it is. I'm judgy too when it comes to videos and right. All that jazz. And I also got the simonsayescrypto.io launching. I'm hoping this Friday, but it's probably going to be next week. So basically by the beginning of October, it'll be up. So, you can check me out then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, it's been good talking to you. We will have all the links down at the bottom of this video for you guys to get a hold of Simon and myself. I'll even throw down a couple of the links for our Haiti mission, a couple videos. Check that
Yeah,
out. And
yeah.
a few other links will be down there.
Yeah, right on, man.
Yep. So it's been great talking to you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Anything else
Thanks
you
for
want to throw out there?
Simon says, stay crypto.
Right on.